Story of the day, as terrorist Yasin Malik is also to face justice for breeding terror in Kashmir for several generations that have resulted in spilling of blood of not only those who were innocent citizens but also of the Indian Jawans. Shockingly, he still enjoys the support from those who have been fanning fire and funding the Hindu genocide in the valley. Today is the day we are talking about the quantum of punishment that will be decided by court. But when it comes to the beaters right from Pakistan, no less than the Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif continues to offer his support to Yasin Malik. What should also be surprising is that the sympathy that he is receiving from the leaders in India, like Mehbooba, Mufti and Omar, Abdullah, to name a few, they hail Yasin Malik and his likes as heroes who yesterday didn't bat an eyelid before shooting at a 7-year-old girl who is still critical. But her father was martyred just because his only crime that he was wearing the uniform. So even we are looking at today is the day when the quantum will be decided. Yasin Malik, the terrorist who has already pleaded guilty before the NIA continued with the searches. This is related to a terror funding case that we are talking about, where he was taken into custody and charge sheet was filed against him. He doesn't have a lawyer though, but he went ahead to plead himself guilty to, it seems, a tactic that has been taken by him to avoid the maximum sentencing in the case. So as far as today is concerned, we are looking at a situation where the judgment day, it will be decided the punishment that will be awarded to Yasin Malik. Straight away going across to Sohail now. Sohail, on the current situation there in the valley, we are told that certain measures that have been taken up, precautionary measures. Can you give us details, please?
Yes, in fact, the authorities here in Jammu and Kashmir, especially Kashmir Valley, were expecting that the people might respond to what is happening in Delhi and High Court today. So they have taken some measures. In fact, the deployment has been made, particularly in downtown areas where Yasin Malik was before some time enjoying good support of people. Now, since there is no much activity taking place, because yesterday JKLF had in fact given a shutdown call and asked people to observe shutdown, but the people here in Kashmir didn't respond to that call and no shutdown was observed. Today, the major activities that are planned are taking place is in fact in POK, where the government and as well as the opposition political parties have decided separately to march and hold protests. In fact, the opposition political parties here, in fact, as well as the Pakistani named organization, they will be
but Sohail, looking at what happened yesterday, because we are looking at a girl who barely survived the terror attack. She was shielding her father. Unfortunately, she couldn't save her father. He was martyred. But how exactly is the condition of Safa right now?
At the moment, we are being told that the girl who's being treated at St. Kim's Medical College is stable. In fact, she had received that firearm injury in that incident. Now, after that incident, we are also being told that security forces have upscaled their measures. They are looking for those attackers. In fact, they are at the moment coordinated search operations going on at multiple places. And in fact, the intel groups have been asked to gather the information as much as they can, because this policeman was leaving home along with her daughter when the terrorist attacked him. In fact,
unfortunately, his father was martyred, but the 7-year-old was shot in the arm. She is said to be in a stable condition right now. So he'll just stay on with us, because if we come back to terrorists, it was the likes of terrorist Yasin Malik who actually shot at the Jammu and Kashmir constable. But when it comes to the former Pakistani Prime Minister who has been ousted from power but has not stopped from giving his anti-India agenda, because the recent example of which Imran Khan seems to be hailing Yasin Malik, an India beta, condemning him of being convicted for his sins. Listen.
सबसे पहले यासिन मलिक का ऊपर बात करना चाहता हूं कि अदालत में उनको सजा सुनाई जाएगी। यासिन मलिक किसी सूरत उनको दहशतगर्द नहीं कहा जा सकता, क्योंकि वो इनकी बड़ी लंबी स्ट्रगल है कश्मीर अपनी आज़ादी की, कश्मीर की आज़ादी की स्ट्रगल। मैं बड़ी सख्त मजम्मत करता हूं हिंदुस्तान हुकूमत की। इनके अंदर कोई इखलाकी जवाज नहीं है कि एक आदमी जो इतनी देर से स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं और उनको इतनी देर जेल में रखा है, उसको इतनी देर टॉर्चर किया है, उसको अब दहशतगर्दी में सजा सुनाई जाए। मैं सारे पाकिस्तान की तरफ से इसकी सख्त मजम्मत करता हूं।
Because it's D-Day for Yasin Malik, and let's give you in details because where he has been convicted and the charges that have now been put against him under very stringent UAPA Punishment for Terror Act. Maximum sentencing here is life imprisonment. If we talk about Section 17 of the same UAPA Act, punishment for raising funds for a terror act, maximum life sentencing is life imprisonment. Section 18 also that has been applied when it comes to conspiracy to commit a terror act, maximum sentencing against life. Section 20 of the UAPA, punishment for being a member of a terror gang and organization, again we are looking at life sentence. 120B, punishment for criminal conspiracy, maximum sentence is death or life imprisonment. Going across quickly to Priyank now, because Priyank, as far as the prosecution is concerned from the NIA, they will be seeking maximum punishment for Yasin Malik.
Yes, Adi, because Yasin Malik himself has accepted that he was the one who had conspired against the country, and we are talking about an individual who has been the name and face of the terror since the 1990s. And you know, the charge sheet was filed 2 years back by the NIA, and we know that during the series of searches which were carried out by the agencies in the time period of 2016 to 2019, there were very serious incriminating material which was also recovered from the residence of Yasin Malik, which is in Mehbooba, in the heart of the Srinagar Valley. We know that over the period of 2016 to 19, he was the one who was making these calendars for the protests, and the charges are very particular regarding the kind of funding which he was getting, and he was the one who had also been accepted, who has also accepted that he had sent two of these youth from Kashmir to Pakistan, where the training happened, and then he was also involved in series of jihadist activities which was happening in the valley, and the separatist mindset was also promoted.
So the sentencing
in
is today. The judge had reserved its order when it comes to the sentencing that will be now announced today itself. Sabyasachi also joining us for a quick update. When are we expecting the court proceedings to begin, Sabyasachi?
Well, anytime soon, the court is going to pronounce its judgment here in Patiala House Court, and the sections which has been imposed against him are quite stringent. Of the stringent UAPA Act, Section 16, 17, 18, 20 has been imposed, and 120B and 124A, that is of sedition of the IPC, has been imposed. So the maximum sentence in these sections is death penalty, and the minimum is of life sentencing. And all eyes are on the court to pronounce its judgment today. The security has also been increased in front of the Patiala court here in the national capital. You can see security personnel standing, and the CRPF has also been deployed here for security reasons.
All right, Sabyasachi, we'll come back to you for those live updates. We're keeping an eye out, our live presence there at the Patiala House Court in the national capital, the quantum that will be announced today when it comes to this convicted terrorist Yasin Malik. Thank you very much to all our reporters as well. We head into a short break. News and updates continue right here on Times Now. Stay tuned.